here back for another Transformers video. Today we're taking a look at the TFCC Battletrap. This is the Collectors Club Battletrap. Obviously, it's just the Springer mold. There is pretty well no remolds on this guy, with the exception of the head. But overall, I think it looks good. Now here's the thing. I want to qualify this because I think the Duocons are kind of dumb, and I tried to find my Duocons. I really don't remember where I put them. They're in some G1 shoebox somewhere, but they're not here. The idea of a separate helicopter and a separate van, together, I don't know, that concept is just very strange to me, because like the helicopter is going to get somewhere quick and the van is stuck, I don't know, in traffic on the highway or something like that. So it's weird. So the idea of a Duocon being a triple changer is okay with me. I understand for some people it's not, and I would actually like to see a third-party take on an actual two-piece combining, two vehicles combining into a single robot. I do think that would be interesting. But whatever, I'm okay with this rendition of Battletrap where he is just the Springer mold, and I think it's fitting. So I put the gun on top. The thing I like about the gun is, being a double-barreled gun, it is fitting for Battletrap. He had a gray dual gun, if I recall correct. And the sword, blades, whatever, they are what they are. So obviously he's a car and not really a van so much, but I do feel that the Springer mold does give like a Baja truck type vibe to it. I do realize that I have these transformed wrong. They are supposed to be spoilers back like this, but somehow I like the less like sports car look, putting it like this does, especially with the angle on the duo fins here. Yeah, it just feels much more like a Baja truck to me. So I really like that. Yeah, color is obviously not right because we do have the gray for the helicopter in here. But overall, it's not bad. So let's go ahead and transform him to his helicopter mode. It is pretty easy, as one would expect. We'll start by unpegging the feet here. Bring this around, peg these in together. We can now take these and just kind of rotate them down like that to make the tail fin. We'll come out here and we'll bring these panels, flip them up and around like so, just to kind of hide the wheels here. And if you've seen a Springer review or you've seen Sandstorm, really no surprises here. Same thing. There we go, just like that. Take these kind of fold apart and come back. We also, before we complete that, we're going to take this piece, lift it up, and bring it forward, just like so, to make the front of the helicopter. Go ahead and bring these together, and let's go ahead and work on the arms. These pieces come out like this, and at this joint here, you flip this forward, and then this little joint here also rotates forward, which is a little bit more difficult to make happen. And you should get this piece plugging in to that other piece, just like so. And then you can go ahead and just kind of fold the door down. So let's do that again on the other side. Hopefully it made sense to you all. Take it, flip it all the way in. Flip this elbow joint. I suppose it's an elbow joint. Plug it on in. And flip the window down. And now we can just go ahead and bring these all the way back like so. And my legs came unpegged. You do have to kind of angle the legs up because this back piece does slot into these channels like this. So I always bring them up and then kind of click the knees down, so it looks something like that. Then we come into this little sword here, and you split the sword, flip it all the way open, and rotate the little piece up. And there we go. We've got the helicopter mode here. And I will say, the helicopter mode, in my opinion, looks really good for Battletrap. Just having that gray helicopter front end, it really does fit the part. I've never been a fan of the blade clearance on this mold. It always does feel like it wants to hit, so you do have to adjust the legs quite a bit. He does have a landing gear in here that you can bring down. It is nicely painted with the black wheel there. and the blue actual landing gear portion, and then the back legs can flip down to make him sit like that. This little tab on the gun right here will fit into the slot on the bottom of Battletrap here, right where the landing gear is. And you can see it's like shaped perfect for it. So you just kind of clip it on in there, which does take a little doing. There we go, it's clipped in there, and now Battletrap has his gun here in his helicopter mode. So one thing I wanted to point out, because I am actually going to put this alongside my MP Decepticons, if you bring an MP car in, the scale between them is pretty okay for me. I should have done one in the vehicle mode. I'll try to take a picture of that and put it at the end so you guys can see. But like the cars, you know, they kind of scale together. The helicopter doesn't look terrible next to the MP car. And we'll actually see what they look like standing next to them in robot mode. But I did just want to show that before we move on. So taking him to his robot mode, we'll go ahead and pull off the propeller. Is it the propeller? I guess it's the blades. I don't think helicopters have propellers, but whatever. Here's the sword here. We'll just close that up, and we'll pull this off, just like so. Next thing you have to do is you do have to bring the landing gear out. If you don't, you're not going to get the robot head out. We'll go ahead and bring these knees up, and let's just go ahead and start with the legs. So we split the legs there. We'll unpeg his little butt flap area, and let's bring this camera up so we can actually see him a little better. Bring his feet forward on both sides. Bring these purple like heel spurs back all the way. What you do with the tail fins is up to you if you want them that way or you want them that way. It really doesn't matter. I just kind of put them down to the side for extra heel support there. So we'll go ahead and spread his knees a little bit there. The only thing I don't like about this mold, I guess, is that there's no ankle tilts, but overall, it's okay. So we'll come to this piece. We'll take his head here and bring that on up and right to the gray piece and fold the gray piece down and kind of angle the wheel a little. You can see there's like a socket in the back there. It basically is set to receive the wheel if it's in the right location. So once we have that, let's make sure we're focusing here on our Battletrap. We can take this and fold these on up and into place. Come back here, disconnect these, bring these down, open this up, pop his fist out, and close it all back up, just like so. And again, we'll do that to the other side. Open it, bring his fist down, close it, and there we go. We've got our Battletrap here in his robot mode, just like that. Let's get the arms kind of situated. There we go. And I think that that is a fairly solid representation of Battletrap, especially the chest. The chest looks so Battletrap, it's not even funny. Yeah, I really like how this guy turned out. It's probably one of the best things I think TFCC has come up with on a Generations mold, to be honest. Especially since it's not really a character that I expected to get any real love anywhere else. I always leave this back flap up. I'm not really sure which way they want it. I just do it like that because it looks nice. Now, I do recognize that you can bring these up and splay them out if you want. I really don't like how that looks. I think it only really works for the Rodimus one. And even then, it only really works when you don't want to move his hands at all. So I just kind of keep him down like that. Now, what I do to store the sword here, I always give it a little, like a V, like this, upside down. And I just plug it straight into his back and make sure one side sits on each side of his little butt flap here. Because in my opinion, that kind of looks like the rotors of the helicopter part of the Duocon. And, you know, the gray gun is just perfect for Battletrap in his robot mode. So yeah, I don't really have any complaints about this guy. Let's see if we can get a good close-up here of his face. We'll see if we can focus there. Perfect. I mean, that is definitely a Battletrap face. I don't really know how you could go and make that any better. It looks good. I mean, it's a good Battletrap likeness there. So overall, I think that this is well worth picking up. He is definitely a bit easier to get a hold of now than he was before. Whoops, didn't clip his leg all the way in down there. It seems like he's easier to get a hold of now than he was, right around the time of the convention. I will say mine does have a floppy shoulder on this side. The joint, the pinned joint, is a little floppy. I keep messing up his actual chest connection here. But, I mean, he does okay for me for, holding the poses I want him to end up holding. At least where the ball joint is concerned. Guess I kind of had it like that a little bit. Yeah, I definitely would like to figure out how to do something with this pin joint to tighten it up. I don't know. Maybe my Battletrap needs to be left-handed here. Let's see. Yeah, that hand definitely holds it better. So maybe my Battletrap will be left-handed because the right hand doesn't really want to cooperate with that very, very loose joint. But yeah, I think he's well worth picking up. And if you can, make the argument that a Duocon is pretty much a triple changer, which again I'm okay with because I think having two separate parts that are completely, one of which is going to get where it needs to go quick and the other one won't, I'm okay with that distinction. For reference, here is an MP car, and you can see, he's a little bit taller than your MP car. So as like a car class Decepticon, I think I'm okay with him. And he really does scale real nice with some of the third-party offerings, like the TFC Minos and Thanatos, the whatchamacallem, Lio Kaiser bots. Like, they're about the same size, and he's about the same size as the Generation Toys Constructicon. So if you're okay with those as MP stand-ins, then I really don't see the reason to not pick this guy up if you're looking for a Battletrap for yourself. So this is T2RX6. I hope you guys enjoyed the review, and I'll see you next time.